Hello, everybody. This is Full Bearded Gamer coming at you here today. We are doing a beginner's guide here for Eve Echoes. If you enjoy this content, hit the like button. If you want to see more of this content, hit that subscribe button for me, okay, guys? Again, as I said, this is a beginner content tutorial. This will help you guys kind of learn the basics of entering Eve Echoes universe. I have experience through Eve Online and through the beta gameplay. So, as new players, some of the biggest mistakes are made with skill point, because those are something you can never gain back. That is time invested that you lose if you take and spend those skill points in the wrong area. So starting out, take your first week and figure out what you want to do. Again, if you're new to the universe, you don't know what you want to do, go figure that out within the first week. And when you're spending those skill points, make sure you're spending them in an area that is always going to give you returns. What do I mean by that? Let's pull this up. Open up the skill points here for you guys. When you're looking at the skill points, which the view here, weapons. If you invest in small laser operations and advanced small laser operations and you find out you don't enjoy using laser weapons, those are skill points you'll have lost forever. If vice versa, if you're a PvP content type person and you go in here, invest your skill points in frigate command, you go from frigate command to maintenance and technology and invest your skill points into frigate defense and upgrades, because you know you're going to be using frigates, you just don't know what fraction, what type. Guess what? Those skill points will always be there for you. Also, it's the same with industrial and planets. Mining, making sure, maybe if you don't know if you want to mine or build things, maybe don't invest here, but go through your spaceships and invest into your industrial ships if you know those are the ships you're going to be using at least. You're investing into something you will always be able to use then, and not have to worry about investing and losing those skill points forever because you never touch that. So that's the biggest thing. After skill points, this game is a game where as you play, you're always risk losing things. As new players, I always advise learn high sec. What that means is 0.5 systems and above. You'll know your system type right here, because in high sec, you can never be attacked unless by NPC, pirates, and things like that. No player can attack you, and that's your most dangerous thing in this game. Once you go to low sec, remember, if you're not next to a station or a gate, and even then you can be attacked, they can hit you, but they will risk losing their ship. Most likely will. But if you're in asteroid fields or anomalies, remember, you can be attacked in low sec there. And then in null sec, which is 0.0 and below, you always risk being attacked no matter where you are. You exit a station, people can attack you. You're at a gate, people can attack you. So just remember the security systems and where you're at. And when you're in low sec or below, never AFK. Never go, oh, I'm good, my guy's destroying these anomalies, I'm gonna go hit the restroom here real quick, or I'm gonna go cook some food up real quick. Because guess what? That's when players come in, kill you, you lose everything. And don't fly anything you're not willing to risk losing in low sec or null sec. Make sure you can afford a second ship so you can go back and farm up what you need, because if you go lose that ship, guess what? You're starting from square one on the ISK side if you didn't farm up what you need beforehand. So be smart on those things. As new players explore again, there's a lot of different types of gameplay for you guys out there. If you're a guy who loves markets and like stock exchange and everything, you can really play this game, buy low, sell high. You can play the market. It has a very comprehensive market system. Just some quick points with the market. Up here, if you click on that tab, you can filter to region sales, regional orders or all items. If you switch to all items, it will bring up all ITC stations across the map plus your region that you can buy from. Again, these items need to be in ITC stations. These are your international trading centers, or these are your big trading centers. So if the items are there, they'll bring them across all maps and plus the region you're in. If you can't find something on all items, doesn't mean it's not out on the market. Maybe you need to go head over to that faction space and go fly through some of the regions over there, and you might be able to find it. So remember that when you're looking for things, that just because it's not on there, it could be in a region, just not at an IT station. Also, vice versa. If you are able to sell items, make sure you're selling them at ITC stations over just regular stations, because what will happen is you'll only show up in that region. And if you want to show up across all regions, make sure there. You can go into here. You can see their locations by clicking here. Really nice and easy. You can go to the closest one to where you're farming from. My deliveries, this is what you're looking to get delivered to you. I had this delivered to me, as you can see. So that's my deliveries. You can favorite things. You can create orders on the market, so you can buy. I have these orders out there. These are items I'm trying to buy. When you're looking at items, you can click on them. You can click on the item you want to buy. You will see the ship itself. You can see where you want to purchase it. Where it's cheap, you can organize it by price. Basically is the only way you can organize it. You can't do any of the quantities. I hope they change this a little bit. And then you can also see what buy orders are out there. So you can go, well, I'm not in a rush to get this. It's selling for $5,000, but there's buy orders out there for $1,600. Maybe if I put something out there for $2,000, and then in the week when I'm ready for it, maybe I'll have gotten it for $2,000 instead of $5,000. So that's just your quick rundown of the market. Play with it, utilize it. It's where you can buy everything. Again, if you aren't able to sell, I advise spending the $5. Get the Omega for your first month and play with the game. If you don't like it, you don't have to buy any more Omega, but it gives you access to all this. Obviously you can buy without Omega, but you can't sell, and selling is a good way to make money. Fittings, it's really simple. When you're fitting a ship, you're going to have high slots as your weapons. Mid slots are going to be your E-War. It's going to be things for capturing other ships, slowing other ships down, reducing targeting, drying out their capacitor. And then drones, they aren't mid slots. They're just next to mid slots, but they are not mid slots. Don't confuse them. This is just your drone bay. And then your low slots are going to be all of your tanking items and your speed items and your damage bonus adding items. Okay. Inventory, just some quick tips here. You can see your inventory on your ship. If you're in a station, you can see the station inventory. If you're like, gosh, where did I leave something? Not a lot of people realize this, but down on the bottom, you can click this. You can pull up your inventory, and then you can click on different stations and see where you have items. Okay, so just a quick way to find out where you have items. And then once you're on that station, you can actually click here, and then it'll initiate your routes. And when you're doing route planning, you can do different types of things. I have mine set for preferred short. Yeah. You set that here. And to change your route, if that short route has you going through nullsec or a spot you don't want, you can actually set safer. Or if you like less safe, you can set less safe. Or again, the shortest is going to be the quickest route there. If you know systems are being camped by a group, you can click down here and you can actually set avoidance systems. So let me see here if I remember again. I don't want that on my avoidance list. And you can set to avoid those systems or not. So to avoid a system, I think it's on your map here. There we go. So you can set to avoid. So if I want to avoid this system, I can I'm going to set to stop avoid. I don't know. I must accidentally click there. But yeah, you can set to avoid. And as you've seen, it shows up on the list. And then if you want to check that list again, if I have this set to avoid, I can see that list here. Let me just remove that real quick because I don't want to avoid that system. Scared of anyone there. There we go. So again, just a quick overview on that. Again, going through here, your store is going to be where you buy everything. Deliveries, if you're a trader, you like to haul goods, deliveries, you click on here. This is going to be for deliveries. It's going to give you a start station. So usually whatever station you're landed at, you can make it your start station. You have to be within the station to access that. And then from there, you're going to be able to pull up a list of deliveries. As you see, it'll tell you your estimated profit per meter. And then if I click on this, it's going to tell me the collateral I have to give to make that delivery. But the more expensive goods you're delivering, the more money you can make. So just a quick introduction to that. You can change the volume if you want to carry all of it and you have the space, and you select how much space is in your system and everything there. Okay, so that's for deliveries. You can track your deliveries when you're delivering an item. So again, this is mine. I had that delivered to myself. But if you're delivering an item, you just go to inventory, you'd click on the item you're going to deliver, and then you would click on the navigation route, and that would set your route that you need to go deliver that item, just so you know. And I don't have that up, but just click on the item. There will be a route there. You click the route, and it would create this right here and give you that set route. All right. Wallet market. Contracts are a Omega thing only. This is where you can send items to people. It'll still cost you about 10K ISK. You make sure you have their name right, but you can send items to people, to friends, to help them out if they're Omega. Again, you need to be Omega to send and accept contracts. Skills went over that. Industrial, that's where you're going to do all of your industrial work. Just a quick tip here. If you're creating something through the industrial, see here, I am going to research a blueprint. This will tell you what you need to make everything. You have your list over here, which is really nice, what tech you need to be back. And then if you are reverse engineering, down over under here will be a percentage bar. I don't have it right now because I don't have my industrial account, but you'll see a percentage bar, and you can click and drag that. When you drag it all the way to the max, it gives you a better chance to engineer your product. If you're at the lowest, it gives you a low chance. So that means if I was at 10% and I click go, once it's done, there's a 10% chance that I would not create that, or 90% chance I wouldn't create that blueprint. If I drug that all the way to the max, it could be anywhere from 60 to 100% or whatever. It just depends on what chip you're building, but make sure you drag that up because you want the highest chance of creating that engineered product. Okay. All right. Planetary production, PI. You're gonna have planets in systems, so you have to jump from system to system to get different planets. It's going to tell you what's on the planet here. If it's poor, medium, that's going to change the output, your hourly output. And you can mine different things off from planets just passively. That means I don't have to be there. I'm just passively right now mining this. I hit the plus button. You have to, every 24 hours, at least log in and hit the plus, and it'll reset the 24-hour clock. And then you can mine this passively. And all you do to pick it up is you can set the destination of the planet, and there's no container out yet, but now I have the destination set. I can click on that, fly to the planet, hit launch. My container will launch. If you don't see the container, just go back to here, hit set destination, and it will bring you to the container, and you hit launch. Sometimes those containers launch on different sides of the planet. It's not always the same spot. Okay. Exit that here. Go. And then your ship tree, just it's a tree to give you an idea where everything is. When you enter a branch of the ship tree, you're going to click and enter. It's going to show you the tree. To get back to the tree, click down on that bottom left corner. You can go through all these, figure out what you enjoy for different products and items. All right. Mail, again, is where all of your mail comes in. Encounters. This is a good thing for newer players. You can do anomalies or encounters on the PvE aspect. Encounters will give you missions. It'll tell you. It's kind of nice. So if I go and click in here, it'll tell me dangerous. So this is probably too high for me. If I look at it, I'm only flying a tier 4 ship, and they recommend tier 5 destroyers and cruisers. So risk of being destroyed. As you play through these encounters, you will see that there's ones marked with symbols next to them. This is Minmatar. This is Galante. Let's see here. I have other Galante. Caldari, Amar. You can go do those, and that's going to get you closer to these story missions. And when as you can see, I have a bunch of them done. Once you complete the story missions, so I have this one left. These are luck. I've heard I'm going to do some more research, and I'll do more in depth. But once it's done, I can do this mission, and I will obtain this chest, investor's supply chest, and I have a chance for any of these drops to come out of it, which are your rare faction loot. And faction loot is great loot to get. It's your loot that helps you, again, maximize your ship. It gives you a lot more benefits than regular non-faction or tiered loot. Talking about tiered loot, your tier, when you go to your skills, is going to be right up here on the top. I'm level 5, so that means I'm at tier 5. I can only equip tier 5 equipment. So if I want to equip something that, here, let's pull this up here. So you can see. So right down here, it says a little 1. If that was a V for 5, I could equip that. But if that was a V and 2, marks, numeral marks, that would be a tier 7, and I would not be able to fit that. Same with ships. I can't fly above my tier. If you're alpha, I think tier 3 is the max you can fly and equip. So just remember that as far as playing the game. Okay? Once you get into a corporation, that's something else that you're going to want to find a good corp with good members, people who enjoy playing and explaining and teaching you newer players. There's a lot out there. Don't be afraid if you're not getting the help you need on a corp to switch corps. I recommend having Discord if you can. I understand it's a mobile game. Not everybody has access to that. But again, that'll let you talk directly to your corp members and get access. And your corporation... make that disappear. But your corporation, you'll be able to access different items depending on what your corp wants. Star charts are really easy to navigate. So you'll have your main chart. This is everything. When you click into the chart, you can go regional map. That will bring you closer. This 0.3, 0.1, 0.6, it will be the average of the space. So it'll be, remember, 0.5 and below is low sec. 0 and below is null sec. That will be the average. So hey, there's some high sec systems here. There's some low sec systems here. And still low sec. If I go down here and then you can click on these, move to the next region. Oh, wow. Everything is null sec down here. So you can navigate back to the main map by clicking up here. Gives you a good view of everything. You can search down here. So if you're looking for Jita, I can click Jita. Click search. No. So if someone says they're in a certain system, you search it up, you're going to be able to find their system, you're going to be able to click on it, set destination, go look at the solar system itself, and go from there and navigate if you need to. You can select security systems. You can have the Interstellar Trade Center shown here. So So you can see these are where the big red marks are. That's where your ITC stations are. So you can go to those marks and you can find ITC stations. So just a quick way to find things. Stations. This will give you a map of stations. As you can see, there's some down here, some here, some down here. So a regional map. Right here, there's a station. So again, you'll be able to map things out. So that's how you kind of navigate the map. The video is going a little longer than I wanted, but as far as down here, these are what when you click on them, that's going to activate your modules. And I can activate my drones. Cool thing with the drones, you click and return all, or you return one. This is how you return your drones. You click the module again to deactivate it. And then this is just your quick map. This is where you can pull up, see everything around you. If you're in PvE content and you're looting, you can click here and see the loot boxes really easily. If you need to see your fleet, you click here. This will show you your fleet that you're with. And it just pulls up the simplified versions of each. You can create your own setup too. So again, you're not stuck with whatever they've created. Whoops. I don't want to create a new profile. Cancel. But you can create whatever you want. Okay? That will be a quick rundown of a beginner's guide. Let me know what you guys want me to go more in depth into. I'm going to try to hit up some of the PvE information here with my next tutorial, just so you know how to PvE. And then following that, maybe I'll do some industrial stuff because I do have a second industrial character. Again, I would really appreciate if you guys hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Thank you guys. Full Bearded Gamer out.